What's up everyone? Real quick, before you watch this video, keep in mind this video was recorded and made prior to the most recent patch on Halloween, so I apologize. Keep in mind that the Mobius and Wave interactions are not going to be the same moving forward, but this deck is still really cool. There are some ways you can go about it after this change. I think Wave actually stays in the deck, and rather than Mobius, I swapped in Negasonic Teenage Warhead in her new form. So definitely give it a try. Still watch the video. I think it's really cool, and the deck is a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoy. What is up everyone? I am back finally with another video that I wanted to kind of work on, and I'm holding my mic. You'll see me discuss this and talk about it in the gameplay itself, but we just did a few games with a really cool deck. I'm calling it Analytics, and the reason for that is because pretty much every card here that you see is entirely comprised of high win rate, high cube cards. So we have the wonderful new Nico, the best utility card we've ever gotten in Snap, being the glue that holds this deck together in a lot of situations. Snowguard, Glenn touted as one of the highest win rate cards amongst higher skill level players, showing one of the bigger disparities between true skill level. Luke Cage, an ultimate tech card. Jeff, an ultimate card. Mobius, an ultimate card. Shadow King, an ultimate tech card. Wave pairing up with Mobius, and just a very good card in general. Man-Thing might surprise you as one of the top cards at the moment, but it does have a pretty decent win and cube rate, and it's just a very powerful card, and I think one that I'm sneaking in on my own just to be one of the best cards that I've been playing with personally. You don't need to go all in around him to make him the most viable card. You don't need to go a bunch of Luke Cages or, junk kind of things or whatever. Oftentimes, he has been just very good on his own in a lane in which I don't really care about having any other small things around him, and he can just hold his own ground. Of course, Iron Lad is another very good card. Legion, still a very good card in Snap, and one that has fallen a bit out of favor, but we have two cards in Legion and Snowguard when it comes to location manipulation that are both very, very good, and of course, rounding out the top is Alioth and Dr. Doom. All of these cards are amongst the top cards when it comes to win rate, cube rate, in Snap, with perhaps the exception of Man-Thing. It's one I'm sneaking in myself, but is still one of the bigger cards in Snap at the moment when it comes to cube rate and win rate. You can actually see all of these on the wonderful data of Untapped.gg, but as always, what I do say is take these amount of data with a grain of salt, simply because all of the trackers, whether it's Snap.fan, Untapped.gg, or whomever, equates to around less than 1% of the entire Marvel Snap player base. So when you see win rates, when you see cube rates and stuff like that, you're looking only at a fraction of the player base, quite literally less than 1% of the player base, in comparison to all the players on mobile and Steam and all that good stuff, which of course the vast majority are on mobile. But this deck was really cool. I think I did pretty good with it. I believe we played about 7 or so, 10 matches or whatever, and it's a pretty cool deck, one that I think you should definitely check out. I don't know exactly where to go forward with it, but maybe cutting Shadow King at the moment is the kind of way to go. It doesn't seem super amazing at the moment in the current meta. Maybe with the Spectrum buff, you can maybe snipe some stuff if they go first, depending on priority. But then, of course, Alioth is just better at that for the most part when it comes to stopping things, but then you want priority. So Shadow King was the only one that was a little bit sus. I tried Elsa, another brew, earlier prior to recording this video, and I talked about it a little bit as well. Elsa just isn't great in this deck because you don't fill the lanes enough, and we're not playing things like Vision or Nightcrawler to really make use of that Elsa to move things out. So let me know what you guys think about Shadow King, but otherwise, I mean, the deck was really good. Just who knew playing good cards was enough to kind of do what you want. But check out the gameplay, and I hope you guys enjoy. See ya. All right, Octagon. So this is the first game we're doing with the Analytics deck. I know this looks a little weird as we get Wakandan Embassy. That's pretty dope. I'm holding the mic because my boom is out of commission at the moment. I got to fix it. Didn't feel like doing that right now. Now, Nico coming down on 1 and turning my next card into a demon doesn't seem super beneficial because, like, Shadow King I want to potentially counter something. That's my current next play. Though I suppose turning Wave into it on turn... Because, like, what do I draw into? Like, if I draw into, like, Mobius or Luke Cage, that feels really bad. Let's do it. We might pass on 2 and then Wave on 3. Turn Wave into a demon. Yeah, okay, so we ended up not drawing a card anyway, so that's fine. So now we can Wave on 3. They play Jeff. Okay. So Wave being a demon is pretty cool. Though we could Snow Guard. Is Snow Guard better? We don't have Mobius, so holding on to Wave isn't super crazy. But that's kind of tough. Because if I play this, I get 2 cards. Go to 6, I still draw a card. So, I mean, I guess we go like this. I kind of like this. I kind of like this a bit more than going to Wave. Because now we have a chance to go into potentially, like, we draw into Mobius, so we can go Wave Mobius on 5. And then, you know, Snow Guard being a demon is pretty good. Thanks to the wonderful Nico. They get a Darkhawk, we get an X. That sucks. That does really suck. But... okay, what are our hits here with Iron Lad? Because I kind of want to do Man-Thing because it seems really nice on Hell's Kitchen. But what do we hit with Iron Lad? We hit Jeff. Legion... Man, hitting Mobius would be really good. And this is just more power, I think, at the moment. But hitting hitting Legion is really bad, because then they draw a bunch of cards. They're already at 7, though, so... I mean, are they really going to draw a lot of cards? We hit Jeff. They hit with their Iron Lad, Soulstone. Well, that doesn't do anything against us, because of Luke Cage. So that's cool. So I think we just do this. Incoming call. Devil Dynamite. So we all get away a single card. This dodges Alioth, but then my Alioth doesn't do anything on this side. They have priority, so Alioth is just kind of insane for them. Did I make a mistake here? I think I might have. Shadow King does nothing. Wait. That's just insane, right? And then Alioth here? Hello? Oh my goodness. Oh, that's good. That's so good. Thanks, Professor X. Man, a movable Iron Lad with Jeff. I honestly was not even thinking about that. That is a... and if they would have... Now, if they would have played their own Alioth left, we would have lost, right? Yeah, because we would have tied left. But we needed the other Jeff mid, because I would have tied, and they would have won off difference. Hey, you know what? Sometimes you gotta make them have it. Dry man, ooh-ah, fighter of the wet man, ooh-ah.
This wasn't happening for me, dog.
Alright, here we go, another round with the analytics deck. And again, we have the 1-2 punch of Nico into Snow Guard. I do like putting Nico mid And then Snowguard left, turning her into a demon. Such a good play. Miniaturized Lab. I am afraid of Killmonger, so we're going to put the demon here. Regardless. And then Man-Thing, if we draw into Luke Cage, can be a nice pairing with the Snowguard. Though, oftentimes the Man-Thing has just been good enough on his own. Just because my opponent would play enough small things. We're getting a snap from Dry Man over here. Huh. I'm not quite sure why, but, you know. Forge. So if they're doing some, you know, Patriot Brood type stuff, which they could easily do that on Death's Domain. But I would like to kind of just get this down. I could play Bear for no effect, but what's my angle here? So if we do Bear, next turn we do what? Man-Thing? And then on 5, Hawk, Shadow King into Goliath? But then where's Man-Thing going if we do Bear? Man-Thing goes left, that just hurts me. I think we just do this now. And then we can stick Man-Thing on Death's Domain. So I guess I didn't need to put Snowguard on Man-Thing. Or on Death's Domain. Holy shit, I just fucked myself. Oh my god. No! No! Oh my god, I'm so upset. Oh, this is way better now over here, I guess. What do they play over there? What do they play on Death's Domain? Because I can go Jeff and Bear. But I guess Man-Thing. Oh, dude, I wrecked myself here. Where's Man-Thing go? I mean, I have a hit here with Killmonger. I think I have to do that. They're probably going to play on Death's Domain, right? Probably playing on Death's Domain. I can't believe I can't believe I Snowguard myself. And they were just tempoing a Killmonger for really no value. Like, yeah, they got the Nico, but they're like, it's not going to get the demon, it's whatever. I let them get the value. Why are they playing everything here? Oh, is this a... No, what's the one drop? This is a destroy deck, right? Like Deadpool and stuff. They play their own Nico. Well, Man-Thing is pretty happy about that. So I guess they leave Death's Domain alone, which is weird, so they can't... Is this just the move? I think it is. I think it's the move. Now Wave going down to just 1 power essentially, because we're going to move Jeff over, right? So if this is a Deadpool thing they're doing right now, then this stops that shenanigan from going off. X could re-roll there. The extra energy doesn't make too much of a difference because of Wave. And it goes over there. Carnage. Why are you carnaging? Why are you just killing the Carnage? Potentially for a null? Potentially for a null. Well, if it is a null, this just wins, right? And if they, for some reason there's Doctor... Okay, they retreat. If for some reason they had Doctor Doom, then I did beat that in Death's Domain. What a weird game. What a goofy, weird game off of my own stupidity. I can't believe they tempoed out a Killmonger. Alright. Analytics versus NZA. Do they have a title? No. And we get Subterranea. Snowguard 01 is always nice. Let's see. So, Snowguard Hawk doesn't really do anything in Gross and Necrosha, though we could draw into Luke Cage eventually. Playing Mobius out is perfectly fine by me. They play Bucky mid. Okay. So, if I really wanted to mess... So, do I feel comfortable about my curve right now? I mean, they're a destroy deck, so they can make use of drawing rocks and killing stuff. Depends on what's in their hand. But, I mean, if I was a Darkhawk deck, I would absolutely just slam this and call it a day. And then we go, like, Iron Lad right, Hawk, plus maybe something we draw into on 5, and then Doom to finish. You know, I think that's an okay enough curve. I think we have enough decent hand to say, I want to mess up your draws for the rest of the game as much as I possibly can. Oh, and extra. So we are just all on rocks right now. All on rocks. A bunch of rocks. So there's a good chance we only draw rocks for the rest of the game. And we hit a rock. Understandable. Rock. Carnage mid. So that's fine. I'm okay with throwing mid at the moment. Another rock. I mean, this, to be fair, my plan was to set up and say, I have faith in my hand. Deathlock. So, we're hoping, they have 2 cards in hand, they gotta be rocks, right? And they had to have drawn into a rock here. We're hoping that they just have nothing. No death, no null, nothing like that. So we can outscale this Dakin. We can beat something like Venom. Like, I feel pretty good about my plan here. Oh, actually, no. Death is just dead in hand, too. If they have Death, we have Mobius out, so we just dumpster Death here. Alioth is a bit of an issue, where maybe we should have played Doom mid, because they're not going to play Alioth there. Okay, so no Alioth. Shadow King does nothing. Nico does nothing. Rock. Look at that. Look at that. Nothing but rocks in our hands, baby. And they actually had cards to play. But yeah, we trusted our hand. We stuck with the game plan. And the analytics were correct. Look at that. Beautiful. Alas, poor Yorick, as you have to face against the analytics. And we get to start off with the Abbey. Can we get one of our 1-drops right now? No. They are a normal deck. They're not Thanos, but they have a 1-drop, and it is a destroy deck, so they're probably going to get the Abbey to go off before us. Though, I am very happy with this setup currently. We have Wave, we have Man-Thing, we have Luke Cage. Now, Man-Thing left would have been really nice. Drawing a 1-drop. Nico, what do we get? Double her power? I'm absolutely okay with that. So let's do this. And then leave that open now. So now, so they rogue. Okay, well, that takes away our plan for, what's it called? Waving, unfortunately. But I think that's okay. Man-Thing's gonna go mid. Legion on 5 is perfectly fine. Like where, I mean, doesn't really matter where. We can Legion mid. Oh, Man-Thing is cracked.
Aid my hand.
Now, if I Legion, well, I mean, we can just get rid of the flooding, right? And then guarantee we have a play with Dr. Doom. We could draw into Jeff, but we can also draw into Alioth here, so I think turning it off is the play. Juggernaut does nothing. Oh, man. See, this is what I'm talking about Man-Thing. Man-Thing is holding his own here insanely well. We just do this, right? Like, this always wins. Now, of course, Dr. Doom is the more fun play. It reaches everywhere. Though, I guess I think, you know, it is Dr. Doom. It is Dr. Doom. Yeah, it's Dr. Doom. Oh, they go everywhere there. Okay. Killmonger hits just Nico, and, oh, hits their Nova. Oh, is this Surfer? This isn't enough. is not enough. Surfer. Yeah, cool. So, Alioth was technically in hindsight better, but we still won. They're just going to do enough. And Man-Thing, look at the difference Man-Thing took. Man-Thing made -6, essentially said, your Surfer doesn't matter here. That is so good. Man-Thing is such a good card. Really good card. You should play Man-Thing. Analytical time with Snowguard, Mobius, and Alioth Vibranium Mines across from us. We're going to go ahead and avoid that at the moment. Turn 1 Snowguard is always welcome to give us the flexibility of mess around with the locations a little bit. Now, I mean, Vibranium Mines, turning that off could be beneficial, especially if it's against a Darkhawk list. Being able to just kind of tempo out a Hawk, have no Vibranium Mines, be able to play into it, and then still get draws on turns 5 and 6. While being able to dedicate power to it early is nice. And all that is out the window because they Reality Stoned, and now we have X-Mansion. So that's fun. Hell's Kitchen. Okay, so we draw on Nico. This is add 2 power. I think we Mobius mid. The add 2 power, or no, this is add a copy. Well, none of these I'm really interested in having a copy in my hand. My hand's pretty full at the moment, so. They armor, so avoiding any unfortunate, you know, destroy effects or whatever. Jotunheim. Well, Luke Cage is absolutely cracked here. I mean, they don't run Enchantress or Rogue, right? Not in a Thanos list. They might run Luke Cage. Might. Soulstone does nothing. Time Stone on 3, looking to hit the Professor X Gritty. Quake, Wasp. So pretty much nothing, a nothing burger on either side. Now, if I were them, where would I play? I mean, we just do this, right? And then we can move Jeff mid. If that's where they end up going. Oh, it's Claw. Claw's a cool card for Thanos list. I'm perfectly okay with that. This is seemingly... I think we just do this. And we move this now. Because we really want priority, is my thinking. So we still win left and mid. So now we will have priority going into the last turn. Ooh, dodge. Oh, Mobius, making everything cost the norm. It's Doctor Doom. Correctamundo, it's Doctor Doom. Playing it left because if they do have an Alioth, this dodges Alioth. Don't want to play it mid. Filling everywhere. They can also only play... Well, I mean, they can play more than one card, I guess, but is that a Doom of their own? Because we beat that? Spectrum. Do we beat Spectrum? Yeah, we do, because they lose... Look at that. Look at that. Great play. Great game. Analytics is actually looking really good so far. Now, I mean, Shadow King hasn't done a whole lot yet, to be honest. It might not be the meta for him at the moment. Maybe there's another card to go into his slot. Prior to Shadow King, it was Elsa, but I was noticing Elsa was kind of bad in this deck. You see that we have filled here, but we only filled because of the Doom bots, you know? This deck isn't incredibly exceptional at filling lanes. So yeah, that was my thinking, was to not play Elsa. So yeah, let me know what you guys think Shadow King should be. Maybe this isn't his time, but I'm open to suggestions. But the deck has felt pretty good so far.